What's up, everybody? We're going to get right into it today. And the topic we're going to be covering is going to be, can the Riot MMO outclass World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV? And I mean, it's a pretty big topic that we're covering here because these are the two giants of the industry that Riot's coming up against. But they knew coming into this who they were going up against. And there's been a lot of companies that have come and gone. And if you're a fan of the genre, then you know just how many times we've seen a AAA launch and fail. So, just momentum speaking, IP, gameplay, art, and graphics, it looks like the two big dogs are finally going to get some competition here. Riot's team is no fucking joke. And there's just simply no way that World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV are going to be able to compete going into the future. And there's a couple main reasons. One's going to be simply that those games are going to feel outdated. I mean, they already do in a lot of ways. World of Warcraft, obviously, even more so. But for some reason, they've updated it so many times. The game still plays well. I think it plays a lot better than Final Fantasy XIV, to be honest with you. And it's an older game. But Riot's going to drop the hammer, and they've been working around with mechanics for a while, and I don't think this is going to be fucking nice. I think you're going to see an absolute fucking war here. There's going to be more marketing, I'm guessing, from their team than we've seen in a long time for any game. And when they start releasing information, you are going to see a smothering on social media. League of Legends, the team behind those guys is just ridiculous. Look at the views on YouTube videos and just the breadth, like how many fucking people are fans of this game. So, I mean, yeah, IP speaking, I mean, the intellectual property alone, basically the building blocks to these games, I mean, League of Legends has got them covered. Arcane just won 4 Emmys. It was the first time a streaming animated show had ever, done anything even close to that. I don't even think a streaming animated show ever won an Emmy before, or in that category, or I don't know, but 4 fucking Emmys. And they also won Esport Game of the Year in the last 3 years in a row, League of Legends. So, I mean, talking revenue, I mean, come on. I mean, Final Fantasy was originally launched in 1987. The first one. If you add up every fucking dime they've made from 1987 till now, we're talking 13 billion bucks. 13 billion. Yeah, that's a shitload. But World of Warcraft, launched 7 years later, 1994. They've made a handsome 10 million bucks. League of Legends launched in 2007 and has made $15 billion. $15 fucking billion. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous when you think about how short of a time they've been around and how much money they've made. So, gameplay, I mean, just look at it like this. World of Warcraft's gameplay is outdated. we all know this, but we all like the fact that it's got tight game mechanics. All right, Guild Wars 2 has like loose game mechanics, you know. Um, Final Fantasy, yeah, I mean, never been a huge fan of the game, just never could get into it. I'd consider it even slower than World of Warcraft. Um, it's just not modern fucking gaming. Look at a game like Guild Wars 2. Look at the combat. It's so much fucking better when we're talking about action combat and just interaction, you know, with the other fucking player. If you're playing player versus player or the environment, I mean, it's so much more fun than tab targeting. Elder Scrolls Online also has fantastic combat. It's got a lot of fucking problems, but the weapon switching and the action combat with the dodge roll in both Guild Wars 2 and Elder Scrolls Online, I believe that is the future. I don't think that you can come out with a triple A MMO right now and compete with World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy 14 unless you're going to make some sort of action combat that has like dodge roll slash sprint plus like a weapon swap. Now, the good thing about that is Ghostcrawler already said that it's going to be action combat and that he felt that even games like, you know, the ones that are currently out there, Elder Scrolls, Guild Wars 2, that these games felt old and stale. Obviously, World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14, but even the most modern, I'm saying, he feels like are behind where we should be. So we're going to get something interesting when it comes to gameplay, functionality out of the Riot MMO. That's most likely going to be the best of what you've seen from some of these action blends. And maybe like a little bit of what you like from, say, World of Warcraft. Like, I'm sure that they're going to go the type of buff and debuff route of World of Warcraft's mechanics. And obviously, Ghostcrawler worked on mechanics in the game when he was a lead at World of Warcraft. So you're going to have those types of things instead of, like, say, a Guild Wars 2 where you have boons and you have overlapping and it's just kind of, you know, it's difficult to keep track of and it's just not very accurate when it comes down to it. I mean, there's accuracy there, but it's just kind of sloppy. So gameplay wise, yeah, I think the Riot MMO is going to crush it in this section. I don't think World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14 are going to be able to compete with the gameplay that this new game offers. And you're going to see something that's based on the Trinity. They've already said that. So you're going to have, you know, tank, DPS, and healer, and you're going to have what Ghostcrawler's considering action combat. So that's basically like taking the best of all of them and blending it to what we want, what we've been wanting. So that looks like we might get that. And that would be pretty awesome. So another thing I want to talk about is gonna be the art and the graphics. So like this also means the style. And obviously Blizzard and World of Warcraft have had an amazing art style. I mean, this shit's been timeless. Look at how long ago they launched. I mean, there's been some graphical upgrades and they've, you know, made some adjustments to character models and given you more options for customization. And Final Fantasy's got way better, obviously. I mean, that's something that World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy, I mean, they're just on different planets. Final Fantasy 14 has amazing customization, whereas, you know, World of Warcraft is still pretty basic for today's day. I mean, not even pretty, it's basic. Guild Wars 2 is, you know, a little bit middle of the road. You got some games like Black Desert Online. They've got a lot of customization. I mean, Elder Scrolls Online's got quite a bit of customization. I mean, you know, but yeah, Riot's got some of it. It's just, this is a fact, guys, and we're not debating this. Riot has some of the best artists in the gaming industry. And one of the reasons why people get excited about when a new champion launches in League of Legends, or there's a new season, because their cinematics are fucking amazing. I mean, they just made an Emmy award-winning TV show. These motherfuckers could produce some of the best movies on the fucking market if they decided to, but luckily for us, they're making video games. So, and TV shows, luckily for us. I'm sure we'll get a movie at some point, but yeah, anyways, art and graphics wise, I mean, dude, their world, their multiverse, Riots for the League of Legends is absolutely fucking insane. I mean, look at Arcane, look at, all the things they've explored in there, but, the worlds that you can see throughout League of Legends, I mean, the world and the zones and the maps, it's just insane. I made another video that covers 13 zones in depth, and it's not some rehatched content. I made it, so go check it out. But anyways, yeah, I don't think that World of Warcraft's art is going to continue to be good enough to keep it where it stands on the ranks. Final Fantasy's customization and art may keep it probably, I'd say, at number 2, 3 within the next couple of years. It's probably going to stay there because you have, a certain group of people that like that flavor. But this Riot MMO is going to literally be catering towards people that play World of Warcraft. It's going towards that market. So yeah, be ready, because their art has pretty much proven to be on par with what World of Warcraft's art has been over the years, and if not better, and has become better. And I think that's why their fan base has grown faster. I think that's why they have a bigger presence on social media these days. I think it's literally just because of their content and their art. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to go over, when it comes to this battle that's basically going to be fought, it's good for everybody, because World of Warcraft eventually is either going to have to do something amazing to compete with these games that are going to be coming out within the next 5 years, or it's going to die. It'll turn into like what EverQuest did. It'll eventually go completely free to play at some point. I mean, it's just going to happen. That's too much of an outfit. It's too expensive. It's too big. They'll have to scale down as soon as they start closing servers. The dominoes start to fall, and you're like, no, it'll never happen, because you just haven't seen it yet with World of Warcraft. But I've been playing these games now for like almost 30 years. So, I mean, yeah, I've seen so much shit. World of Warcraft isn't fucking invincible, and their day will come. I love the game. I've been playing it forever. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about World of Warcraft, but I can say that it's dated, and we deserve something new. We deserve something better. And that's basically it. I mean, we want something fucking better than that. And when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV, I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of us, we just can't get into it. It's just, we've been kind of trained with World of Warcraft, and before that, EverQuest, and, games like Warhammer and Ion and Rift and Age of Conan, and there was a million of them. But, I couldn't be more excited about the opportunity that's been presented here to Riot to crush a couple of these games that have been sitting at the top for no other reason that no good competition has come around in a long time. And this isn't like some regular fucking game that's coming out that's competing with World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV. This is literally the game that's going to fucking crush them. And if you don't believe it, you'll start to understand more as this, they talk more about the game, and they haven't even released any news about the game, and there's fucking millions of views on videos everywhere, and people are constantly searching. You know why? Because people are hungry. They want something better. They want something new. And they also know that the League of Legends universe, the lore behind it, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's almost like a fucking Norath, like an EverQuest. It's fucking crazy. I mean, you could literally dive into the lore for a fucking month. They just released a new novel. I mean, seriously, this is the shit too people have been waiting for. Something they can really sink their teeth into. So, I mean, as soon as they start releasing actual information about like specific classes and shit like that, people are gonna go fucking nuts. So, I mean, I'm sure Blizzard's already shitting their pants. Um, Square is probably like, we don't give a fuck because we'll always have this certain market share of, the Western market, and we'll always have this certain share of the Eastern market, and they accept their position. But World of Warcraft is like, fuck. I mean, they've been on their last legs for so long, and with Classic being, pretty much a failure up until TBC, and then TBC doing pretty good, but not doing as well as they thought. And then, Wrath of the Lich King being a phenomenal success for right now. But the main reason is, and I'm just going to fucking say it, I don't mind saying it, it's because there's nothing else. I mean, yeah, I'm sure everyone's, having fun playing the same exact shit they played for years, I guess, getting ready to play it for years again. That's really exciting to everybody. I don't really fucking think so. I think it's kind of like some, either like people are in denial just because, that's what they fucking spent their time doing. And now they're like, fuck, I'll just pay my subscription and level my guy and just do it because that's what everybody's doing. Um, I'm sure there's a lot of people having fun, but yeah, I don't believe everybody's enjoying Wrath Classic as much as they did before. I believe that's a bunch of bullshit. And whoever the fuck says they are, it's just shit. Um, they're probably some streamer for fucking WoW content or some shit. I don't mind calling it like it is. I do like World of Warcraft, like I said, but this shit is dated and we deserve better. They don't do what they should when it comes to expansions. I mean, we're getting this expansion Dragonflight, and they literally fucking made a new class that can literally only be played by one race. Do you know how fucking stupid that is? So what, on launch you got fucking 999 billion fucking evokers and nobody else? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life as far as a launch goes for any sort of expansion or game. Absolutely fucking absurd. So I mean, yeah, they're on their dying last breath. They're like, on oxygen support, and this isn't gonna cut it. And the funny thing is I don't think they're gonna come out with anything in between now and when Riot starts pumping out information and news on when a launch might come, and this shit's gonna tumble quickly. And for those of us that are on the Riot train, well, fucking woohoo, let's go full steam forward. Those of you that are still playing Warcraft every day, I wish the best for you. I hope you can play yourself away finally, because that's a game that will suck your life away. And when you turn around and realize how much life was sucked away and what you got in return, it's like, wow, what the fuck? So if anything, and we're going to have our lives sucked away and our soul force fucking gone, we might as well have a better experience than what the fuck we've been playing for 20 years. I mean, I hope you guys are with me because I'm just being real. And on that note, as usual, I'll talk to you again soon. Have a nice night.